Hello and welcome to another episode of Hosanna. Last episode we heard Daniel approaching one of the angels, wanting to know about what is it that the vision meant. He approached an angel, and today we're going to learn and see what the angel told Daniel about and concerning his vision. So we read, "So he told me." Daniel approached the angel with his questions. The angel answered. He told me and gave me the interpretation of these things. Heaven is not too silent. Specifically, when you ask for explanation of something that you want to know about, if you ask, you will find. Immediately, as soon as Daniel asked the angel was not busy doing other business. He did not tell Daniel, wait. He did not tell Daniel, I don't know, but he immediately told him the interpretation. And that's a good, healthy relation between you and me and between the heavenly beings. And the angel goes on to say, let's pick up at verse 17. And this is simply a repetition or a gathering or a summation of what we've been talking about in previous episodes of chapter 7. Here we go. The four great beasts are four kingdoms that will rise from the earth. That is the sea. The earth is depicted in this vision by the sea and its waves, and we spoke about why that is the case. Verse 18, but the saints of the Most High. And let me just stop here for a moment to tell you who are the saints of the Most High. The saints of the Most High God are the people of the Most High God. You may wonder and say, are God's people saints? Oh yes, many times in the Bible, you and I are referred to as saints. Here, the prescription is saints of the Most High. You remember that the next time you go on sinning. You remember that the next time that an ugly, evil thought crosses your mind or an evil desire eats up your heart. It's not possible. You are a saint of the Most High. Yes, I say saint of the Most High. That is God the Almighty. But the saints of the Most High will receive the kingdom and will possess it forever. And then the angel goes on to say, yes, forever and ever. Have courage. Being the saint of the Most High, you will eventually inherit the kingdom of heaven. Not an earthly kingdom, the kingdom of heaven. So many times Christ spoke about this concept. The kingdom of heaven is like 5 foolish and 5 wise women. The kingdom of heaven is like, and he goes on to say in so many parables what this kingdom of heaven is like. You and I ought to remember every day that we are part of this kingdom. Kingdom has a king, that's Christ the Messiah. And you and I are his people, a king and his people. The king takes care of his people as God takes care of you and me. And the people obey the king. That's where the problem is. Obedience. Do we follow our king? Are we obedient to our king? Now that's how a relationship happens between a king and his people. The saints of the Most High. Have courage, because if you, and you are a saint of the Most High, the way I see it, you will inherit the kingdom of heaven, and it will be an eternal kingdom forever and ever. As you read in Romans 8:28 and Job 36, verses 15 and 16. Daniel could have simply said, okay, I am happy with this explanation. Okay, I don't want it here anymore. But we read in verse 19 that Daniel is eager and thirsty to learn more about God and His kingdom. What about you? Are you also thirsty and eager to learn? Show me how. Show me how. Do you open the books? Do you listen to sermons? Do you read the Bible, follow through, investigate, cross-reference, ask around, listen to lectures, listen to Hosanna on the TV, write down what the pastor says? That will show that you care, very much like Daniel. Daniel says, then I wanted to know the true meaning of the fourth beast. He wasn't satisfied. He felt that he did not have enough. He hungered for more. This fourth beast, which was different from all the others and most terrifying. Do you remember that fourth beast that had a combination of all other beasts in one, with the ugly teeth that trampled everything? Look at the description here. It says that its teeth were iron and its claws were bronze. The beast that crushed and devoured its victims and trampled underfoot whatever was left. And that's not enough. Daniel also wanted to know, and he says in verse 20, I wanted to know about the 10 horns on its head and about that other horn that came up, before which 3 fell down. The horn that looked more imposing, that means more attractive. It had its own charisma and magnetism than others, and that had eyes and a mouth that spoke boastfully. And Daniel goes on to say in verse 21, as I watched, this horn was waging war against the saints and defeating them. So this is a prophecy about the Antichrist, either Antiochus Epiphanes, that had war with God's people, the people of the Temple of Jerusalem, as we will hear later. And this could also be a prophetic verse about the real Antichrist that is going to wage war against the saints of the Most High. Yes, it will happen, and I dare not say will, but it is happening today. Look around you and see how the saints of the Most High are at war today with this little horn, the Antichrist, showing its ugly head and evil spirit throughout the whole world against Christians everywhere and defeating them. Yes, the Bible is saying, and this is indeed what's happening, it looks like the saints are being defeated. However, read with me, until the Ancient of Days came. That means until the last day, Satan will be at war with God's people. The small horn, the Antichrist, will be at war with the saints of the Most High. Until when? Until the return of the Messiah. Until the Ancient of Days came and he pronounced favor and he pronounced judgment for whom? In favor of the saints of the Most High. And the time came when they possessed the kingdom. Have courage, my friend. Today you're hearing about wars and rumors of wars, about fights between the Antichrist, about Satan, evil with God's people, the saints of the Most High. But rest assured that the ultimate judgment on the Antichrist is coming, and that the saints of the Most High are going to succeed, and there will be judgment in favor of the saints of the Most High, of God's people. Until then, keep that thought in mind and be blessed.